The truth about the Liberals, why you can't trust them. Watch this before casting your vote. With the federal election fast approaching, Canadians are facing one of the most consequential political decisions in a generation. After nearly a decade under Liberal governance and a shift in leadership from Justin Trudeau to Mark Carney, many voters are left asking, will anything really change? Or are we just getting the same policies with a different face? It's easy to get caught up in the marketing, the speeches, the promises, the polished platforms, but behind it all is a track record that Canadians are already familiar with. And it's not a reassuring one. The past 10 years have brought a ballooning national debt, rising cost of living, and a widespread sense that the government has been more concerned with posturing on the international stage than dealing with the real concerns of everyday Canadians. Mark Carney now leads the Liberal Party, stepping into the spotlight after years of shaping Canadian and global economic policy behind the scenes. A former Bank of Canada and Bank of England governor, Carney is no stranger to elite institutions. But that's exactly where the skepticism begins. While he's framed as a visionary economist, many Canadians are left wondering whether he truly understands or prioritizes the challenges faced by working families, homeowners, and taxpayers. During the trucker convoy crisis, for example, Carney supported aggressive measures, including the suggestion to freeze the bank accounts of protesters. For many, this wasn't just a policy proposal, it was a red flag. It raised serious concerns about civil liberties, government overreach, and the use of financial systems to police political dissent. Is this the style of leadership that fosters trust and unity in a diverse democracy like Canada? And then there's the housing crisis. Carney has promised to build 500,000 homes annually. On the surface, that sounds like a bold, necessary step to address Canada's housing shortage. But dig deeper and questions begin to mount. Where will these homes go? Who will build them? Will they be affordable, durable homes for families, or cheap prefab structures that barely meet livability standards? The Liberal Party has made similar promises before. Trudeau's own pledge of 3.8 million homes by 2031 has seen little progress. Why should voters believe it will be different this time under Carney, especially when many of the same advisors and bureaucrats are still in place? It's not just about housing. Carney's broader economic vision raises eyebrows. While he champions Brookfield's global influence and often praises the importance of Canada playing a larger role in sustainable finance, his close ties to international finance and tax-sheltered investment models don't resonate with working Canadians struggling to pay their mortgages. Critics argue that his priorities are skewed toward corporate and globalist interests rather than practical, local solutions. One glaring example was his proposed fiscal framework released earlier this year. It attempted to walk a fine line between fiscal restraint and continued spending, but the plan was quickly taken down after widespread criticism from economists and political analysts. Many called it unrealistic and riddled with contradictions, cutting spending while maintaining deficits, preaching sustainability, while projecting long-term borrowing. For Canadians already worried about inflation, interest rates, and national debt, it offered little comfort. Meanwhile, immigration policy under the Liberal government has continued to draw concern. While immigration remains a core part of Canada's identity, the scale and pace of recent years have put pressure on housing, healthcare, and other social services. Rather than ensuring sustainable integration, critics argue that the government has been more interested in boosting short-term population numbers than addressing long-term infrastructure needs. This isn't a call to stop immigration, it's a call to manage it responsibly. Yet, under the current administration, that balance appears lost. The problem for many voters is that none of these challenges are new. The same promises have been made before. The same priorities have been signaled. The same frustrations have been voiced. And now, under a new Liberal leader who is part of the old team, we're being asked to believe that this time it's different. But if the people, the policies, and the political instincts haven't changed, what reason is there to believe the outcomes will? And that's where Pierre Poilievre comes in. The Conservative leader has positioned himself as the antidote to the Liberal legacy. He's spoken directly to the frustration Canadians feel about rising prices, bureaucratic roadblocks, and government overreach. He's promised to eliminate the carbon tax, focus on practical housing solutions, such as converting federal buildings into homes, and crack down on the red tape that slows down economic growth and development. Unlike the Liberals' top-down approach, Poilievre has emphasized bottom-up solutions. His message has resonated in cities where housing has become unattainable, in rural communities that feel left behind, and with younger voters who feel priced out of their futures. He doesn't come from a background of elite financial institutions. His appeal is built on directness, clarity, and a belief that government should work for the people, not over them. That's not to say everything Poilievre proposes is without criticism. Like any political leader, his plans require scrutiny and debate. But the core difference is in approach. While the Liberals under Carney continue to promote sweeping, abstract visions, net zero by 2050, sustainable finance revolutions, global leadership in green energy, conservatives have pushed for tangible, near-term results: lower taxes, more homes, safer communities, and stronger borders. And this election is shaping up to be a clear referendum on those two visions. Many Canadians have grown tired of broken promises. They're tired of being told that things are improving when their bills are rising and their children can't afford to move out. They're tired of being lectured about climate change goals while they can't afford to fill their gas tanks. And most of all, they're tired of being treated like obstacles to government plans instead of partners in building a better country. Voting in this election isn't just a civic duty. It's a moment to decide what kind of future we want. Do we want more of the same? Polished speeches, lofty promises, and policies that sound good on paper but fall apart in practice? Or do we want leadership that puts Canadians first, that respects our freedoms, and that focuses on what's practical and achievable? This isn't about slogans or spin. It's about making sure Canada remains a place where people can build a life, raise a family, and retire in peace. It's about ensuring that our tax dollars are used wisely, that our institutions are accountable, and that our economy serves everyone, not just the elite. And most importantly, it's about safeguarding the future for the next generation. What we do now will echo in the lives of our kids and grandkids. The decisions we make today at the ballot box will shape their opportunities, their freedom, and their prosperity. We owe it to them to make the right choice. So before casting your vote, ask yourself, has the Liberal government earned your trust? Has Mark Carney truly offered something new, or just a fresh face for the same tired ideas? Is Canada moving forward, or simply spinning its wheels? The truth is, trust is earned through results, not promises. And after 10 years, Canadians deserve more than words. They deserve leadership that listens, acts, and delivers.